I'm sure as you guys have grown up, you guys always experienced your mom has always nagged at you about certain things like, hey, do this, do that. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Don't talk to this person. Don't talk to that person. This is in my personal opinion. I want you guys' opinion on this. Do you think that in the end, everything your mom ever said to you was always right? Like, even though at the time that they said it to you, you may not agree with them, whether say something like, for instance, my mom has an extremely keen eye for character and seeing people. Like my mom can literally look at you for like 5 seconds, and then she would tell me that's not a good person. Don't hang out with that person. That's not a good person. Don't hang out. That's a good person. You hang out with them. Go talk to that person. And in my 30 years, yes, I'm old as hell. Okay.
Same.
I have experienced. Let's go, 30-year gay. But okay, in my experience, I've noticed that my mom was always correct. And there have been people in my friend group that mom has told me, don't hang out with that person. And it has always gone bad. That person has always like, ended up not being in the friend group. I'm sure you know who.
Yeah.
Right? And so, not that one, the one from a couple years ago.
Yeah,
that had beef.
that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, so my mom has always been able to tell me exactly this person is bad off rip and tell me don't hang out with this person. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that everything that your mom has always said to you has been correct from day one?
Yeah.
Brandon?
Trying to think. My mom says a lot of things,
But
I for majority of what she's said in the past, I definitely agree. And she's always just looking out for the best of us. Like in my current situation, like it's funny because I see it come full circle. And my little sister is in college, and my mom used to always nag us like, apply for internships, apply for jobs, do this, do that, do this.
Yeah.
And like just the other month, like my sister was home, and like it was just me, her, and my mom in the kitchen at her house. And my mom was like, Renee, did you talk to the lady about the internship? And then Renee was like, Mom, I told you. Like she was like screaming at her. I was like, flashback. Like, holy shit, I used to do that.
yeah.
But then like I just like now that I'm grown and like I reflect on all that, I just realized that like she's just looking out for the best like of our interest. She just wants us to succeed and like have good paying jobs and do what we want to do, you know?
Okay.
And I definitely like agree with what she said.
Okay.
I had a talk with my mom recently about this because she was talking. I agree with my brother. Like almost everything your mother says to you is right. I would throw my dad in there too because I did learn love from my dad, but in a different way. But I tell my mom, I was like, it's because when mothers they say something, they're trying to tell you it from what they value. You know what I'm saying? Like they value your future and your security. But at the time, you're like, what, like 13, 14, 15, 18? You're like, Mom, I don't give a about that. Like, yeah. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to do this, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, Mom, if you told me like, hey, if you apply to this good internship, go to this good job, you'll meet some cool people that can help you do what you want to do, like stuff like that. Not saying, hey, do this because this is what I want you to do. So I was like, Mom, I was like, you didn't do this wrong. I was like, but moving forward, I was like, if you want me to do something, you should appeal to it. Like from what I want in life, essentially, because that's the only way to make someone do what you want them to do. Is like, hey, that's literally the only way, and that's the reason why now we realize it because our values kind of align with what our parents' values were at the time. That's what we're like, oh yeah, they were right about that. I was being an idiot, so
okay.
There's just one example, but like in hindsight, I'm like, Mom, thank God you told me no. So I. In high school, freshman year, I got asked to prom by a senior.
Okay.
Okay, 18.
Okay.
I'm 14.
Dang.
and it's slim pickings out there, buddy.
Right? And I was like, Mom, can I go to prom? And she's like, with who? And I said the name. She's like, isn't he a senior? And I was like, yeah, like, it's going to be fun. She's like, what the hell? She was like, heck no. And I was like crying. I was boohoo. I was like, my mom won't let me do anything. I'm like, looking back, like, ew, why the hell is he asking me to prom?
You were
Thank
smitten.
God.
You were smitten.
Nah. So I'm like, you did good. You did good.